All right. Good morning, guys. I'm sharing my screen. Everyone able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is Pawan from MGMITtraining, guys. So I will not, go into this demo session. So I'll share the previous batch recorded session because like we have some people who already completed JMeter here. So I'll start with performance testing, but I'll start with performance testing fundamentals. Okay. So if they want, they will continue again, or else they will join after once we they will join once we complete the PT fundamentals. Okay. So I'll share the previous session, previous batch demo session. Please go through that if you want to understand what is this, by the way. So let me quickly run through a couple of important slides. So we are running offline, both online and offline training, guys. So this left side pic is the Amirpet Institute picture actually, image actually, right? And then right side is our Madhapur office room, Madhapur training room actually. So, but right now we don't have a batch over there. So previously we had run a couple of batches from Madhapur office. Okay. And we know if you want to learn what is this earn while you learn and learn and earn, so please go through the previous batch demo sessions. So I'll not go into those, but I'll start with performance testing fundamentals. Basically, I'll start with computer fundamentals because most of the people are who opt for performance testing will be from non-IT background or non-computers background. So I'll start from here. I cannot skip this. Good night to know. Come back. Please. Sorry. Please give me a moment, please. Yeah. So I'll start with these computer fundamentals because most of the people who opt for performance testing will be from non-computers background, right? So we have people from civil background, mechanical background here, and of course CSC as well. And we have both freshers and experienced guys as well, right? So I'll start with computer fundamentals, and I will take 2 sessions for this to cover these computer fundamentals, and then we will start with SDLC. We'll discuss SDLC, software development lifecycle, testing lifecycle, right? I'll just give a quick overview of this testing lifecycle and what is performance testing, what are the goals of performance testing, right? What are the goals of performance testing? Lights together. So what are the goals of performance testing and all these concepts? So I'll take 1 week to 10 days for these fundamental sessions, and then we'll start performance testing. We'll start with LoadRunner tool basically, right? So before that, why do we, one more important reason for doing this fundamentals is starting this fundamentals is 1 second. And everyone is carrying laptop today? No? Okay. So, okay, that's fine. Like even if you don't have, even if you don't bring your laptops for the first 1 week, that is fine. But check what is the RAM on your laptop. How much RAM do you have on your system? Okay, because for this training, we require at least 16 GB RAM. Maybe mostly you'll be having 8 GB RAM, right? So how much RAM do you have? Any idea? 8 GB. 8 GB, okay. Reshma? 8 GB only. So, for LoadRunner and Dynatrace, we require 16 GB RAM. Even for JMeter also. Even for JMeter also, it's good to have 16 GB RAM at least. Okay. Online participants also, please check what is the, please check how much RAM do you have on your system. And please, please upgrade in the next 1 week. Please add 8 more GB in the next 1 week. Clear, guys? Okay. I'll go to the 1 second, guys. Sorry for that. Hello. Yes. Okay. So let us see what is, let us start with operating system. So what is an operating system, guys? Can someone define what is an operating system? Meanwhile, I'll create a Word document for your batch for the class notes, for taking the class notes. Yeah, what is an operating system? Sri Lakshmi from online participants.
Yeah, that manages both hardware and software resources.
Right. So operating system is a software, right? Which manages, right? Which manages. Yes, Sri Lakshmi.
Hardware and
Both
software.
hardware and software components.
Hardware and software. Okay. So operating system manages, I'll rephrase it. Manages hardware and software. Right? Any more definitions? Any other definitions? So it acts as an interface between, right? It acts as an interface between. Yes. User and the system, right? So user and the system. Okay. And how to check our system configuration? There is the next one. How to check the system configuration? How to check the system? What is meant by system configuration, first of all? Yeah, how to check the system configuration? What is meant by system configuration, first of all? Supriya from online participant, Supriya. If you are joining from
Yeah,
your
Pawan.
system, yeah, can you please check your system configuration?
Yeah, one.
Those who joined from classroom also, if you have laptop, join the Zoom meeting. And can you check, how can you check your system configuration and post it in the Zoom chat? Online participants, anyone from online participants? Sarda or Anvesh, you also can do that. Any one of you, can you please share your screen and show the system configuration? What is meant by system configuration, first of all? So what are the main components? When someone asks what is your system configuration, so you'll tell what is your CPU, what is your RAM capacity, and processor. Yeah, CPU or processor, and then RAM, and then hard disk, right? Yeah, Anvesh sharing his screen. Anvesh, are you sharing it?
Yeah, Pawan.
Yes. Yeah. So, if you want to check your system configuration, basically you open Task Manager, right? And if you click on CPU, yeah, can you please go to CPU? Click on CPU and show me your system configuration. I mean CPU configuration. Memory. Go to memory. Okay. No, there is some overlap, Anvesh. Okay. Can you click on CPU now? Go to CPU once and observe here, what is the, now can you tell me the processor information? What processor is that, Jagdish? Huh? i3 processor, okay. Which generation processor is that? It is a 6th generation processor, right? So this number tells you which generation processor is it, isn't it? Let me highlight this. So this number tells you which generation processor is that, and this is the i3 processor, i3 model. And then you have, what is this one, 3.7? That is the clock speed, processor clock speed. That is the processor clock speed, right? And now go to memory, click on memory. So memory means nothing but RAM capacity, right? So memory means here nothing but RAM, right? And it is 16 GB memory, right? And then disk, can you please go to disk? Yes. So what is the disk capacity? Do you see the disk capacity anywhere over here? Can you make it big, Anvesh? Or can you please give me control? No, not like that. Please wait. So can you please give me control? I have sent a request. Can you please accept it?
Yeah, I have accepted.
I think I cannot resize it. So దాన్ని కొంచెం ఆ విండోని make it slightly bigger. Make that window slightly bigger. Yeah. So now this is your these are your disk details, right? Now see there under disk you have something called HDD. What is that? What does that stand for? HDD stand for hard disk drive, right? That is hard disk drive. And below that you have something called SSD. What is that? Solid state drive, right? And this is Ethernet. What is Ethernet? What is the meaning of Ethernet? That is a network interface card, right? That is a network interface card, isn't it? There is a network interface card, right? So, and now why is this information important is in performance testing? See, there are different types of software testing, right? There are different types of software testing, functional testing, non-functional testing. You know that, right? So most of you know that there is manual testing and automation testing and performance and security testing, isn't it? So for performance testing, these details are very, very important. Knowing these details are very, very important. Okay. And one more reason why I am explaining this is if anyone is having 8 GB RAM, please upgrade it. Please upgrade it as soon as possible. If you want to know, like if you want to make best use of this training, so you need to have at least 16 GB RAM. Clear, guys? Any queries? Processor clock speed means, can you go to CPU once, Anvesh? Can you click on CPU? Yeah. Processor here it is 3.7 gigahertz, right? So you should read it as gigahertz. Clock speed means the higher it is, the faster your CPU will be. That speaks about your processor speed or capacity. Okay. So here it is 3.7 gigahertz. HZ, it should be read as gigahertz. Okay. Any other queries? And we have something called course and logical course, right? So see here. So let me highlight it. Under processor, you have few more details that are important. It is a 2-core processor, but logical processors are number of logical processors are 4. We'll discuss those concepts later on. But right now, CPU utilization is 17%. And this is the base speed. You see here something, there is something called base speed. 3.7 gigahertz is the base speed, right? And then if you go to memory once, Sanvish. Yeah. So if you go to memory here, so out of 16 GB RAM, 5.6 GB is currently in use. And this is the RAM speed. Observe there you have one more speed over there, 2133 megahertz, right? So this is your RAM speed or RAM capacity. Clear, guys, everyone? Let me clear that once. Let me clear everything and let me highlight it. Okay. So this is the RAM speed. Clear, guys? And out of this 16 GB, 5.6 GB is currently in use, right? And available memory is available RAM is 10 GB approximately. Clear, guys? Okay. Thanks, Anvesh. I'm sharing my screen now. So, this is nothing but, processor speed. You should know what is the processor on your system and its speed, right? And RAM. What is the RAM capacity? right? I'll give some example here. 16 GB right now, let me show. My system is also having, right now my system is having 24 GB RAM, right? And the clock speed is 3200 MT by S. What is meant by MT by S? 24 GB RAM. My system is having 24 GB RAM, right? And its capacity or speed is 3200 MT by S. What is that MT by S? Anyone?
Mega transfer per second.
Right. It stands for mega transfers per second. It stands for mega transfers per second. Okay. And then coming to disk thing, I'm having an SSD and whose capacity is 512 GB. Do you see that here? Do you see that here? This is the SSD capacity, right? And now, previously when Anvesh shared his screen, it is showing both HDD and SSD because his machine is having both the types of hard disk, right? What are those, guys? What are the different disk types? HDD, SSD, right? Where HDD stands for hard disk drive. SSD stands for solid state drive. Right. So what is the difference between HDD and hard disk and solid state drive? Right. I'll show you some images. So you may be knowing this. Some of you may be already knowing this, but this is how they look like, right? So hard disk drive will have something called platter, and it will have a read-write head, right? It will have a read-write head, and all your information will be stored on those disks, on those circular disks, isn't it? Whereas SSD will be something like this. It will be something like RAM only. Your SSD will be something like RAM, isn't it? So yeah. So it will be something like your RAM, isn't it? So whereas SSD will not have any movable parts, will not have any moving parts. So obviously it will be faster. It will be faster. And what are the other advantages? What are the other advantages of an SSD? It will have more longevity, more life, and it is crash resistant, isn't it? Suppose if if you drop your laptop, which is having a hard disk, there are higher chances that your hard disk will form some bad sectors or it will get corrupted, isn't it? But whereas if it is an SSD, there are no moving parts first of all, so it is more shock resistant. It is more shock resistant compared to HDD, hard disk drive. That is one thing, and it will be faster. It will be faster, isn't it? Right? So these are the differences between HDD and SSD. Right? Explore more on this if you want, to know which one is better. Obviously, SSD is faster and better, and all the modern laptops are coming with SSD only SSD, and it is lightweight also, right? It will reduce your system weight to at least 200 grams, isn't it? 200 or 250 grams weight will be reduced, isn't it? So it will be lighter in weight. Your machine will be lighter in weight, isn't it? Now let us go back to the slide. And this is about your system configuration, right? And also what is your operating system, right? So what is the operating system? How can we check the operating system on our machine? Yes. You right click on this PC, go to properties, right? And there you can see what is the operating system, isn't it? You can see your operating system details. What is the operating system on this machine? Windows 11 Pro, right? Okay. So I'm having Windows 11 Pro on my system. So these are the basic things that you need to know about your system. When someone asks what is your system configuration, you should know your software configuration and hardware configuration. Software configuration is main thing is operating system. And then hardware configuration means you should know your CPU, whether it is i3 or i7, i5 or i7 or i9. And then what is the clock speed of your processor, and then what is the RAM capacity, and what is the RAM clock speed. Again, coming to hard disk, whether it is a hard disk drive or an SSD, right? And what is the storage capacity, isn't it? So I am having an SSD of 512 GB. My system is having 512 GB storage, isn't it? Clear, guys? Okay. Now coming to the next concept. What is meant by IP address? What is that? What is that? Internet protocol address, right? What is the purpose of what is the purpose of it? Right. So IP address is a unique number assigned to any device. I'll call it as any device, right? Unique number assigned to any device connected to the internet. Why am I calling it as device? Why not computer? Can we call it as any unique number assigned to any computer? I am calling it as unique device. Why? What is the reason? Because not only for laptop and a desktop, right? But you will have this IP address for your smartphones also, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Your smartphones will have some IP address. You are, even if you are having a printer, that will have some IP address. Wi-Fi printer, Wi-Fi, enabled printer. That will have an IP address, isn't it? So that is why what I am saying here, how am I defining IP address? A unique address, unique number assigned to any device connected to the internet, right? So to identify each device connected to the internet, so every device will be assigned some unique IP address. Clear, guys, everyone? And IP stands for Internet Protocol. And how to check the IP address of our computer? How to check the IP address of our computer?
By giving ipconfig command, it's JMeter.
Right. So go to a command prompt and type ipconfig, isn't it? Open a command prompt and type ipconfig in Windows operating system. This command works in Windows operating system. Now, if it is Linux operating system, I'll just copy the IP address, my current machine IP address, and observe here, it is showing as IPv4 address, isn't it? So now, if I check it tomorrow, will it change or it will be same? So today it is 192.168.1.15. So will it be the same tomorrow or will it change? Is it a static IP or a dynamic IP? So this IP address, this, and one more thing, is this private IP or public IP? Right. So this is private IP. Let me write it down here. Of my system, of my laptop today. Okay. So I'll paste it here. And this is on 21st July. And will it be same tomorrow or it will change tomorrow? Guys, you know the answer. Most of you know the answer. So if this is private IP, will it change tomorrow or no?
No.
So this private IP changes from time to time, and it changes from network to network to network also. It changes from network to network also. Hello? Yes. Yeah. So if this is private IP, now what is public IP? What is meant by public IP? So there is something called public IP. what is public IP and how to check the public IP? Yes, anyone online from online? Most of you are knowing this already.
127.10.
Yes,
127.10.00.
27.10.00.
Yeah, trend.
Okay. So let me explain. So if you want to check what is the public IP of your computer, go to this whatismyip.com. Go to the website whatismyip.com or whatismyipaddress.com. Whatismyipaddress.com. Okay. So observe here, this is the IP. Oh, you are telling maybe you are telling your public IP, right? So this is my public IP. Observe here, this is the public IP. I'm copying it here, copying from here, and I'll paste it here. Okay. 117.90 my current public IP is 117.98.200.202, right? The other website also shows the same thing. Observe here 117.98.200.202. So this is public IP. Now, what is the difference between public IP and private IP? What is the difference between these two? So private IP is, private IP means that is the IP address assigned to my computer. Public IP means this is the IP address assigned to my Wi-Fi router. I am connected to Wi-Fi, to my Wi-Fi router, right? So this would be the IP address of my Wi-Fi router. Okay. Even if you check on your machine, can you please check if you are connected to this network? See, right now I am connected to this network called Tech1 5G. If you are connected to the same network, you should have the same public IP. Can you please check and confirm? Can you please share your screen? Did you join Zoom meeting? No? Okay. No, that's fine. So open a browser and type whatismyip.com. Is it the same as here? Right? It will be the same. So because we are connected to the same Wi-Fi router, it will be the same. So our public IP is same, but private IP is different. Makes sense, right? So there are number of computers connected to the same Wi-Fi router here. So each device should get some unique IP address, isn't it? Clear, guys? Clear about this? What is the difference between public IP and private IP? The reason why I'm explaining this is tomorrow, once you join the job, right? Once you get your laptop and you want to install some software, suppose, let's say you want to install LoadRunner on your office laptop, right? And you will, like you can't install it on your own. Most of the companies don't give you admin permissions. They will not allow you to install any software of whatever you wish. You got it? So what they do is, you need to raise a request to your network team. And the first thing, once you raise a request, right, the first thing that they ask is, they will call you, they will not come. Your network admin team is supposed to install any software on your system, right? So once you raise a request, the first thing they will ask is like, what is your IP address? Or even when raising the request itself, you need to mention your IP address or host name. Either you need to mention IP address or host name. Now, what is meant by host name now? Let us understand what is meant by host name. Yes? I believe most of you know this, but still. Right. That is the default name of your computer or our computer. Right? Now, how to check the host name? Suppose network admin team called you and asked what is the host name of your laptop, office laptop. How do you check that? Online folks?
By
Anyone
giving the command prompt host name in CM.
Right. So you open a command prompt and type host name, and that will show you your host name, right? So this is the host name of my laptop, right? The current host name of my laptop. Now, can I change this one? Or does it change automatically like IP address? No, it doesn't change automatically, right? But can we change it? We can rename it, isn't it? We can rename it, isn't it? So you see here, if you go to this PC properties, observe here, see, how did I come to this window? I had right clicked on this PC and went to properties. And there you see the device name. Observe here, you see something called device name. This is nothing but host name. And here you see all the details over here, right? Observe here, device name, and processor. It is showing the processor, RAM capacity on my system and all these details. And now here you see, and there is an option to rename this PC, isn't it? So if you click on rename the PC, right? So it is showing current PC name is Lenovo ThinkPad. And if you want to change the name, you can give it over here. But you need to restart your system. Once you give some new name here, we need to restart our system. Then only it will be applicable or effective. Clear, guys? So, but remember that this is how we check the host name, right? And now host name is name of the computer, name of the machine. Okay, name of the machine, not default name. Name of the computer. So right now in my case, what is that? This is my machine name. Clear? This is my machine name. Okay. Now what is meant by local host? What is meant by local host? So local host is the default name of our computer. Default name of our computer. Right? And what is the default IP address of any computer? What is the default IP address of any computer? Okay, let me give it over here, 127.0.0.1. So this is the default IP address of our computer. Okay, I'll share this Word document to everyone. Okay, so new joinees, please ping me your mail ID. I'll share this class notes document and I'll share the training material also. Whatever I am showing it over here, right? This training content will be shared as a Word, as a Word document. This training content, the complete training content will be shared as a Word document. Okay. So if you haven't shared your mail ID before to me, please share it. Please share it through a direct message in WhatsApp. Okay. So don't post it in the, by the way, this is the WhatsApp group for this batch. I had created one WhatsApp group, for this batch, right? This is the WhatsApp group for this batch. Okay. PT July 2025, LoadRunner JMeter Dynatrace batch. So don't ping it in the WhatsApp group. So please send me a DM, direct message. Clear? And then, I'll create one playlist URL for your batch and all the recorded sessions will be uploaded to that playlist URL. Okay. So any queries, guys, before I move to the next concept? The next concept that I want to discuss is IPv4 and IPv6. Okay. Any queries before we move to the next concept? Okay. So if you don't have any queries, let me move on. So observe here, when we check the IP address, we have something called IPv4 and IPv6. Do you see that here, IPv6, right? So IPv4 means you will have 4 set of numbers like this. You'll have 4 set of numbers like this, right? Now, those who connected to the IP, those who are connected to the institute Wi-Fi router, do you see that IP address? The first 3 numbers, first 3 set of numbers will be same. And what is the last number, Mastan? In your case, what is this number for you? 4. Okay. You came early than me, right? So that is why you got a, first number than me. You got it. Though those numbers will be assigned based on, who connected first. The one who connected first will get number 2. They will not get 1. Okay. No one will get 1 number. Okay. But it will start with 2. Right. And then 3, 4, 5, and so on. So as you are coming to the coming and connecting to the Wi-Fi router, one number will be assigned, one unique number will be assigned to each machine. Clear, guys? So this is IPv4 address. IPv4 address, it contains 4 set of numbers, right? And now those who are, in the institute now, we have around 15 people now in the classroom, right? So everyone will have this number as common. 192.168 till 1, it is common. Only the last number changes. Okay. And now, and this is, this is easy to remember and this is straightforward, isn't it? But if you see IPv6, that is a bit complicated, right? There will be 8 set of numbers here. Okay. If you see IPv6 address, there will be 8 set of alphanumeric strings. Alphanumeric strings, right? And when we have IPv4 address, why IPv6 is introduced? And who defines all these standards? This IP address, and who defines all these standards, right? So there is something called World Wide Web Consortium, WWW. We call it as WWW, right? World Wide Web Consortium, which defines all these standards. They define all these standards. All the internet standards, right? Which standards? Internet standards. Okay. So IPv6 was introduced by them because IPv4, the number of combinations can be limited there, right? For some reason, see, when we had our mobile numbers initially started with number 9, but now we have then 8 series and then 7 series and 6 series, isn't it? Because all the number 9 series numbers are over, isn't it? So like as population is growing, as number of mobile users are growing, they introduced 8 series and then 7 series and now 6 series. So similarly, there should be some valid reason why they introduced that IPv6. That is not important, but knowing that knowing that there are 2 types of addresses, IPv4 and IPv6 is important. Okay. Now I'll go to the next one. Host name we already discussed. We had already discussed. Now LAN and WAN. What is LAN and what is WAN? You just know what is LAN and what is WAN. Full form. Knowing the full form is enough. And I believe you know these meanings. Like LAN stands for local area network, right? So we are connected to the LAN, right? Okay. But through Wi-Fi router, of course, we are connected to Wi-Fi router. Suppose if you are connected to a LAN cable, all of us, if you are connected to through a cable, right? We can also connect through a cable as well, isn't it? So LAN cable, we call it as LAN cable, and you will have a LAN port on every machine. Every machine comes with some LAN port, isn't it? And what is WAN? What does WAN stand for? Wide area network. What is meant by wide area network? Suppose, let us take some software companies, any software company example. Let us take TCS or CDS. They have offices across different locations, right? But still, all their employees can connect to the same network. That is possible through this WAN. That is possible through this WAN. Local area network means, it should be in a particular area, but wide area network means, they can be connected to WAN, to their office WAN from multiple locations, right? They have offices in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune, etc. All of those, all their employees can connect to their WAN. Clear? And all the employees who are co-located in a particular location, they are said to be in the same LAN. Clear this, right? So that is briefly about LAN and WAN. That's all we need to know. That's it. Okay. And then ping command. What is ping command? What is ping command? What is command prompt and elevated command prompt? We'll discuss tomorrow. I'll stop it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Any queries from the online participants? Okay. So for your information, for those who are attending online, by the way, this is our Amirpet Institute, right, guys? Okay. This is our left side pic is our Amirpet Institute. So we intentionally took it from the backside. Kavalne backside ninch photo tesamu because most of the people will be claiming fake experience, right? So they will feel some nervousness or tense. That's why we took it from the backside. Okay. So, and please go through the demo session 1. I'll share it. I'll share the link to everyone. I mean, where I gave an introduction about, our training institute and myself. So please go through that, please go through that recorded session. If you already gone through, well and good. Otherwise, I'll share the recorded session to you in the WhatsApp group. And everyone, please make sure that you are added to the WhatsApp group, right? Some people are simply sending the request for every WhatsApp group. That's why I'm not adding them. I'm not accepting them, right? We have some people, who sent requests before also. Whenever I show some WhatsApp group in my status message. They are joining, they are sending requests, but they are not continuing in the batch. So I am, wantedly, I am not adding them to the WhatsApp group. So if you are really serious to join the training, please call me once. Okay. So we'll stop it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. So I'll be updating in the WhatsApp group daily. Okay, what is the time now? 12:42, right? So I'll mark it as 12:40. So what did we discuss today? Demo 1. What all did we discuss today? Yeah, OS and system configuration. Yeah. IP address. LAN, WAN, right? Private and public IP. And one more important note, guys. So, no one is supposed to record my sessions without my permission. Okay. So that is I can file a legal case on them. So please remember this. Because, I am recording anyways and I am sharing the recorded sessions. If I found anyone recording the sessions, I can file a case on them. Okay. Not only in my case, right? So whatever meeting you join, you are not supposed to record without the host permission. Without taking host permission, you are not supposed to record any session. Okay, it will apply anywhere, and we are we are a registered institute. Okay, we are a registered institute, and we are actively pursuing those cases also. Not only filing them, we are actively pursuing the cases also. We'll file a legal complaint. Okay, so these are two formats that I have, and two complaints we had already filed. Couple of complaints. Okay. Any queries, guys, before we close today's session? Okay. All right. So if you don't have any queries, I will close it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. And by the way, yeah, any queries from online participants?
I hope you will be sharing the course content and the fee structure for the same over the email.
Yeah, I'll mail the course content to you, Amol.
Yeah.
So I have a PDF document for that. I will share that course contents document to you. To everyone, I'll share it in the WhatsApp group, and those who are not in the WhatsApp group, I'll send an email. Any other queries? So any queries about duration? You don't have any queries regarding the duration and fee structure and all this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let me quickly show you that. 1 second. Yeah. So this is regarding course duration and fees, guys. For freshers, one tool would be enough. Okay. So basically, course duration and fee depends on how many tools you want to learn. For freshers, one tool is enough, right? Either LoadRunner or JMeter. For freshers, any one tool is enough. Either LoadRunner or JMeter. Please read it as R. Okay. And duration will be 2 months for them. Whereas for 2 years experience, guys, if some, there are some people who are working in manual testing, or those who are already working in performance testing. There will be some people who will be already working in performance testing, and maybe they are working on JMeter and they want to join LoadRunner, or they are already working on LoadRunner, but they are not they didn't get a chance to do scripting. Sometimes what happens is you will be joining some running project, already existing project. You may not be getting hands-on experience over there. So those people will be joining the training. So for those who want to, for 2 years experience, guys, either JMeter or LoadRunner, again, will be enough. Along with that, monitoring and analysis are also required. Okay. Any one tool, JMeter or LoadRunner. Okay. Again, or LoadRunner. And monitoring and analysis is also required. For them, it takes 2 to 3 months. It takes almost 3 months, including monitoring and analysis. It takes 3 months, right? For freshers, the fees would be 15K along with recorded sessions. For experienced guys, the fees will be 20K along with recorded sessions. Okay. Along with recorded sessions. So if you want to join offline and if you don't want recorded sessions, then you can pay 15K only. All right. And then for 3 years experience, guys, both these tools are mandatory. Okay. Both these tools are mandatory for 3 years experience. JMeter, LoadRunner or NeoLoad and monitoring and analysis. Okay. Duration will be 3 months. For 3 years experience, guys, it will be 3 months. For 3 to 5 years experience, guys, along with 2 PT tools, 2 performance testing tools, any one APM tool is also required. Any one APM tool, either Dynatrace or AppD or New Relic. Either Dynatrace or AppD or New Relic for 3 to 5 years experience. And the fees would be for this, the fees is 40K. Okay. It will be 200 hours training, 200 hours live training, fees is 40K. And apart from 200 hours live training, we will have script review sessions, scripting assignments and assessments as well. Right? So this is about fee structure and course duration and fee structure. Any other queries? So we are providing LoadRunner and JMeter training. Currently, we don't have any NeoLoad training. I will remove it here. LoadRunner and JMeter and LR, right? So again, here also JMeter and LoadRunner. 2 PT tools. I'll write it down here. Plus any one APM tool. Any more queries, guys? So sessions will be from Monday to Friday. It will be regular sessions. Saturday session will be dedicated for script review or any scripting doubts, clarifications and all, right? And once we complete performance testing fundamentals, right, I am going to conduct a written test for offline participants. For online participants, I am going to share an online test link. I'll share a link for the online test, right? And once we start scripting, we'll have scripting assignments. We'll have almost on a daily basis. Scripting assignments, will be given on a daily basis. And all the scripting assignments will be given in a Google Classroom like this. We are using Google Classroom. Let me show you one of the previous batch Google Classroom, or the current batch Google Classroom. So this is how I will be giving the assignments to you once we start scripting, right? And everyone should work on the scripts and share it to me for review. That is mandatory. That is mandatory. Okay. If someone don't want to share the scripts for review, please don't join. Please don't join my training. Clear, guys? But script review is mandatory for every participant. And once you share the script for review, let me show you a couple of examples. See, if you see here, this is the current batch. This is the current, June 2025 morning batch, whose timings are 10 to 11 a.m. IST. So if you see, I am reviewing their scripts and you can see all those are mistakes highlighted in red are mistakes that they are doing. Huh? Script? Oh, okay. Good question. So what is script here? Or do we need to write any code from scratch? No, you need not write any code from scratch. Script will be generated by the tool, right? And what is the purpose of the script is, if you want to do performance testing for any application, we create one script for important business flows of the application. Okay. What is meant by business flows? Let us understand this. Suppose, you want to place an order on Amazon. Let us take some common example that everyone is using. Suppose you want to place an order on Amazon. So what are the steps in that? You go to first home page, right? You first go to home page, login, search product, right? Add to cart. What is it? Yeah, address will be, let's assume address is already there. You add to cart and checkout. Make payment and checkout, isn't it? Payment and checkout. And then log out of the application, right? This is called as a business flow. This is one of the important business flow for Amazon application. Now, suppose you want to do performance testing for Amazon. You need to know how do you do performance testing. Let's say you want to do performance testing with 1 lakh users. Okay. You can't engage 1 lakh testers and you can't ask them everyone to do all these transactions, right? Yes, sir. If you want to do performance testing for Amazon application with 1 lakh users, you can't engage 1 lakh testers and you can't engage 1 lakh machines, isn't it? I'll show you one diagram. So you can't do performance testing manually, right? You can't do performance testing manually without using any tool, isn't it? So that is why what you do is, see, suppose, if you want to test Amazon application with 1 lakh users, you can't engage 1 lakh testers and 1 lakh machines like this, and you cannot coordinate all of them like this, isn't it? So that is why what we do is we use some performance testing tools and create the scripts. Your script contains, all these transactions, whatever real-time users does, right? So your script contain all these transactions. And do we need to write the script from scratch? No. That is the beauty of performance testing. Performance testing, what is the beauty of performance testing? Performance testing is a low coding or no coding and high package IT career. As I mentioned here on my Insta page, right? So those, this is our Insta page. So please follow our Insta page. We are sharing a lot of openings, right? So in the next half an hour, I'll share today's openings. Today I did not share it, or for the last 1 week I did not share it, but I will be sharing openings, current openings on my Insta page regularly. Okay, but referral openings will be shared to our students only. Whatever openings I found on LinkedIn and Naukri, I will be sharing here. LinkedIn mostly, but referral openings will be shared to our students only. Okay, one quick note, right? So we create, performance testing scripts. If you want to do performance testing, we need to first find out what are the important business flows. This is not the only one business flow, right? Sometimes we may cancel a product, isn't it? See, this is for order placing an order. Place order on Amazon, right? Suppose if you want to cancel an order. Yes. What are the steps in canceling an order? Again, you go to homepage, login, right? And then go to orders, right? Go to orders page and you select a product and cancel order, isn't it? Cancel order and log out. So now, if you want to include this also into performance testing, we'll create one more script for this. Now, do we need to write the script from scratch? No, we will not write any code from scratch. Your tool will record the script. Your tool will record the script. Shall we? You want me to show that? Let us see that. Let us see that quickly. It doesn't take much time. So I'll show that with LoadRunner tool. Okay, guys, JMeter batch case also. Can you please JMeter batch case? So can you please follow this? I'm going to show you how to create a script, LoadRunner script. In JMeter, you have a lot lengthy process, right? You have to do proxy setting. You have to do root CS certificate, import root CS certificate into the browser, isn't it? Now let us see how to create a script in LoadRunner by using LoadRunner tool. Go to File, New Script and Solution. Select the protocol. Basically, it's a web protocol. For any web-based application, it is web protocol. As simple as that. Okay. You give some name to this. Let's say you give some name to this. I'll do one thing. For this demo purpose, I will use an application called, Good Health. Okay. Or else, yeah, let us record a script on Amazon. Okay. No, I need credentials. 1 second. So I'll do, this is one of the application that I'm going to cover in the scripting. This is a real-time application, but a simple application. We'll start scripting with this application only. Okay. So this is a e-commerce application. Now let us say you want to place an order. Okay. First, let me check the credentials once. I'll go up to add to cart. Okay. All right. So suppose I want to create a script on this, for placing an order, right? So copy the URL. Okay, I'll give some name to this. TGH place order. I'll create a folder for this. I'll create a new folder for this. In Vugen scripts, I'll create a folder for this. I'll create as July 2025 batch. Okay. Click OK. And I'll give some solution name. Solution name is nothing but project name, your application name. Solution name is nothing but your project name or your application name. Give some name to that. And now click on create. Click on create. No need of doing any proxy setting. No need of, importing any certificate. You simply click on this record button. Give the URL here, right? Use private mode, let it be. Now start recording. Just give the URL over here. Start recording. Now your tool will launch the browser here. You need not launch the browser like in JMeter, right? Your tool will launch the browser. Okay, I think proxy setting, JMeter proxy setting is in place, I think. Sorry, I need to remove the proxy setting. Hold on. I'll repeat it again. Just, for JMeter purpose, I did some settings, guys. Not required for LoadRunner. Okay, but let me remove that setting. Oh, sorry, I missed it. I'll show it one more time. Okay. So I removed the proxy setting. I'll do it again. Click on recording. Use the URL here. Start recording. It says it is already recorded just now, right? You want to replace? Yes. Click yes. And it will, your tool will launch the browser and it will go to the URL, whatever we gave in that recording options. It will go to that page, but wait till the page is loaded. Okay. Wait till the page is loaded. Now, what is the next step now? Okay, let the page load. So good thing with performance testing is we need not write any code from scratch. We will use performance testing tool to record the script. So however, we need to do some script customization. We need to do some script enhancements. Okay. Now, what is the next step? Now I got the home page. Now I'll keep a comment here to login. Okay. So this is how we keep the comments in while recording the script. Login. And now, so sorry, it should be click sign in. Okay. It should be click sign in. Okay. I'll modify it later. Now, what is the next step? Now enter credentials. Enter credentials to login. Just now I had verified it, right? So I'm using those credentials. Click on login. And now I logged into my account. And then what next? You'll select some product and add to cart and checkout, isn't it? Let me select some product and add to cart. There I will stop it because, like if I want to place the order, I need to make the payment, isn't it? So I'll skip that last step and, I'll just search for some product, or I'll go to all products. Okay. All products. I'll select some product. Select a product. Click OK. And I'll select this one. Okay. And you'll have an option to add to cart, isn't it? Okay, I have added to the cart and I'll stop it here. Okay, and I will log out of the application. And I'll stop the recording, script recording. I'll stop the script recording. Now observe here, generating, we use a script. Now the tool is generating the script for you. based on whatever recording you have done now, the script is generating the tool is generating the script for you now. That is what this means, generating user script. Performing post generation option, code generation, performing scan for correlation, right? Now the script is ready, right? Now your script is ready. This is what we call as a performance testing script. Okay, of course, that is not the end of the story. We need to do some modifications, right? So if this is what we need to do, no need of hiring any resource also, right? Isn't it? Anyone can do this. Yes or no? But we need to do some modifications. We need to, like next time if you want to do the same thing, next time if you see this script should work with any user ID now, right? So we need to pass different user IDs to the script. Because in real time, lakhs of users will be using the application. So we need to test the script with lakhs of user IDs, different user IDs, isn't it? So for that, we need to customize the script, which we'll discuss in the coming up sessions. But this is how we record the script. You see here, whatever comments I gave there, all those comments are visible in green color. Do you see that over here? All the comments will be visible in green color. And we started with this home page. This is the home page with which we started, isn't it? Right? That got recorded here. And we have some 600 lines of script recorded and generated by the tool, right? But of course, there are few more steps, important steps, correlation and parameterization, which we'll discuss in the coming up sessions. Okay, but this is how we create a script. We need not write any code from scratch, right? And now, if someone is having a query in their mind whether I can do those script enhancements or how easy or how difficult those are, right? If you can come and visit the institute, we conduct an assessment, simple assessment, based on which we can tell whether you can comfortably do the scripting or not. Because scripting is the main thing for for beginners, for freshers as well as up to 5 years of experience. Scripting will be most important task in your performance testing career, in the beginning at least, right? So for that only we conduct some assessment. If you can come directly to the institute. But online participants, I can't do anything. I cannot share that assessment to you. So if anyone want to check yourself whether whether you'll be comfortable or easy, you'll be comfortable with scripting or not. So please come and visit the institute once. Okay. So any other queries, guys, before we close today's session? And please follow our Insta page to see our success stories of our previous batch students. So we have, so I had mentioned their qualification and passed out year and where they got placement and all those details. Okay. So you can see the recent, 2-3 months student success stories of our previous batch students. And this is my YouTube channel. Subscribe and turn on all notifications to my YouTube channel. 1 second. So this is my YouTube channel, Performance and Automation Testing Live Training. I'll share the link to you. So for every batch, we create a playlist URL and all the recorded sessions will be shared to your mail ID. Okay. I'll stop it here, guys, for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Any queries, guys? Any more queries before we close today's session? So I have our JMeter batch, guys, before me. Guys, how do you feel? I know script recording in LoadRunner. Even script enhancements also will be easy with LoadRunner. LoadRunner is a licensed tool, right? As LoadRunner is a licensed tool, it is also very user-friendly tool. Very user-friendly tool. And those who started with JMeter, you will love LoadRunner. Okay, you will really love LoadRunner tool a lot. If you compare LoadRunner and JMeter scripting. Okay, all right. So any queries? And you'll feel so easy. You'll feel so comfortable with LoadRunner. However, there will be more openings on JMeter than LoadRunner because most of the companies, are preferring open source tools compared to relatively. I'm saying relatively Now, LoadRunner batch case, I am seeing blank faces. Okay. I'm saying comparatively. Compared to LoadRunner, you will have more openings on JMeter. Okay. Slightly by 5 or 10%, not more than that. Both the tools are having almost equal market share. LoadRunner and JMeter are having, okay. If we have, some people are looking doubtfully at me. Let me show you some openings, guys. I'll quickly, give a walkthrough of current openings, current performance testing openings. Both LoadRunner and JMeter will be asked. Let me show you couple of Naukri alerts. Okay. Right. You see that here, JMeter, LoadRunner, and Dynatrace. Right. So this is in Infosys. Infosys is having a lot of openings. That's why they mentioned 999. Infosys is having a lot of openings. Okay. They are unable to find candidates in this experience band, particularly in this band, 3 to 5 years or 3 to 8 years experience. Right. And then this is another. Oh, this is also Infosys only. One more accurate background. What are they asking here? JMeter. This is for JMeter. 1 second. Okay. So this company's main requirement is JMeter, of course. And let us check some more openings. Hey, we started seeing fresher openings also, guys, by the way. Okay. So creative hands HR, it seems there are some fresher openings. Pravalika and Archana, this is for you only, I'm mentioning. We started seeing fresher openings also from last month. And last month itself, we got 8 of our previous batch students got placement, 8 students. We got 8 placements, out of which 3 are freshers and 5 are experienced guys. So from June onwards, we started seeing openings for freshers also. And I'll go through, couple of other emails, other Naukri alerts email, and I'll close the session for today. Do you see that how many openings are there? Performance tester, test engineer, performance test engineer, TSIT digital technologies, iGlobus, Alphonse technologies. LoadRunner, Dynatrace. Observe here, this is a LoadRunner specific opening, LoadRunner and Dynatrace, right? And then this one, Alphonse technologies. This is for, sorry. JMeter, LoadRunner, Dynatrace, right? I want to show you this company, Alphonse Technologies. Okay, they did not mention any tool, but they just mentioned performance testing. Okay, let me go through other openings. This is LoadRunner requirement, right? So LoadRunner and JMeter are having almost equal market share, right? So still, if you want, which tool will be having more openings under JMeter, slightly by, by a slight margin of 5%, somewhere around 5% more openings will be there on JMeter. Okay. So with this, I will stop it here, guys, for today. Okay. But you can see, how many openings are there for performance testing. This is Naukri alerts email on July 17th, guys. I'm showing the latest email and to help you understand how many openings, how is the job market there. Clear, guys? So any queries, guys? Any other queries before we close today's session?
Sir, monitoring tool is a Dynatrace.
I will be covering monitoring Dynatrace with this LoadRunner. With JMeter, I will cover some open source monitoring tools, but with LoadRunner, I am going to cover Dynatrace. Yes.
Sir, what about performance engineering concepts?
I'll share the course content. Yes, we'll cover some performance engineering concepts. I'll share the course contents. And our training will be, 100 hours training for LoadRunner and JMeter each. So there will be 100 hours training on LoadRunner plus Dynatrace, another 100 hours training on JMeter and combination tools, open source monitoring tools, and performance engineering concepts. Okay. So, let me show you the previous batch tracker sheet before I close today's session. So we are one of the very few who are providing 100 hours training on each tool. So this is, still running. This batch is still running, guys. Sorry. Let me open one of the completed batches. I'll show you February batch. This is done. You can see that, this batch completed 104 hours of training. So this is JMeter batch, JMeter and BlazeMeter batch. So it took 104 hours for us to complete this JMeter and BlazeMeter training along with certification. More than 75% of our students are certified, they are already having JMeter Pro certification. Okay. So with this, I will stop it here, guys, for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. If you still have any more queries or, if you want to discuss separately, you can call me. You can call me on this WhatsApp number, guys. And by the way, please save my WhatsApp number. This is my WhatsApp number. Please save this number. Otherwise, you will not get updates on the coming up sessions, next demo sessions.